Dear students, how are you all? All are fine? Okay. Now let's start. Dear, our ninth chapter is the living organism, characteristics and habitats. This is our new chapter. We have already completed our 8 chapters and hope you have done very good in your half yearly examination. Okay. Now today we start our ninth chapter. Okay. You can see from here Paheli and Bujho, you know that these two characters are very important in our science book. Okay, these two characters always come to help us, and with these two characters, we make a story. Okay, now Paheli and Bujho went on vacation to many places of interest, as we are also very interested to go many places like that. Paheli and Bujo, they went on vacation to many places of interest. One such trip took them to the river Ganga in Rishikesh. Okay, as we know that there is a Ganga river which is in Rishikesh. They also went there in their vacation. Okay. As we know that Rishikesh, there are mountains. That is a hilly area. Rishikesh is a hilly area. Okay, they climbed the mountains of the Himalayas where it was very cold. We are also from mountains. We know this thing that here it is very cold. So like that, they climbed the mountains of the Himalayas where they found very cold. They saw many kinds of trees on these mountains like oaks, pines and devdars. Have you seen devdar tree, dear students? Okay, the length of devdar is very high. Okay, very different from the ones near their home on the plains. Okay, these they Paheli and Bujo, they are from plain side. Okay, they are from plain side, which is their home. So they saw different things. They saw mountains. They feel very cold there, and that was really different from their native place. Okay, in yet another trip. Okay, in yet another trip, you can see here, in yet another trip they traveled to Rajasthan and moved on camels through the hot desert. As we know about Rajasthan. Okay, Rajasthan, there is a very hot condition in compared to that mountain conditions, in compared to hilly conditions. Okay, so they saw there the hot desert, camels, and they moved on camels, and they collected different kinds of cactus plant from this tree. Okay, observe, dear students, that they are finding different kind of plants also. Okay, when they were in Rishikesh, they got oaks, pines and devdars, but at Rajasthan they got different kind of cactus plant from that tree. Okay, finally they went on a trip to Puri. That Puri is located in Odisha. You should know this thing. And visited the sea beach dotted with Casuarina tree. Okay, there is another type of tree. Okay, they are moving here and there. You can see they went to three places. Number one, Rishikesh. Okay, number two, Rajasthan, and at last they went to Puri, which is located in Odisha. And they have seen here another type of tree, Casuarina tree. Okay. While recollecting all the fun that they had on these trips, a thought struck them. All these places were so different from one another. Some were cold, some very hot and dry, and some places so humid. And yet all of them had many organisms or living creatures of various kind, like all of us. After after moving here and there, okay, we when we feel relaxed, Okay, when we come to our home, then we think so many things. Like that, Paheli and Bhujo, they also thought that all these places were so different from one another. Okay, Rishikesh were very cold, Rajasthan were very hot, and Puri that was dry. Do you know about dry? Dryness means uh, there is a some humidity that is called dryness. You should know this thing. Okay, so such places are there. So they have seen various kind of organisms, various kind of living creatures there. They tried to think on a place of a place on earth where there may not be any living creatures. Bujo thought of place near his home. Now they are thinking to find out that place where they do not where they do not find any place, where they do not find any living creature like that. Then Bujo thought of place near his home. Inside the house, he tried the cupboards. He had thought that there may not be any living organism there, but he found one tiny spider in the cupboard. Outside the home, too, there did not seem to be any place he could think of that did not have living creatures of some kind or the other. Paheli started thinking and reading about far away places. She read that people have even found tiny living organisms in the opening of volcanoes. So, from here, we can say one thing, dear student, that from this story of Paheli and Bhujo, that we we can realize this thing that there are so many different type of living organisms, different type of creatures. We cannot find any place on earth where no creature is there. Okay, so this is very important thing. And when we move one place to another place, we find different kind of creatures or different kind of living creatures. Okay, so this is the main thought of this story of Paheli and Bujo. Okay, now we start from here. Organism and their surrounding where they live. Now we discuss more about this one. Another thought that occurred to Paheli and Bujo was about the kinds of living organisms that were present in different locations that they had visited. The desert had camels, the mountains had goats and yak, Puri had some other creatures. I already discussed about that thing. Same thing was thinking by Paheli and Bujo. Okay, that they found camels in desert. They found goats and yaks in mountains. Okay, different type of creatures they had find there. Okay, and then there did seem to be some creatures like ant that were present in all these different locations. The kinds of plants found in each of these regions were so different from the plants of the other region also. I already discussed about devdar, okay, oak, that were found in mountains. Okay, like that there was a difference. So what about the surrounding in these different regions? Were they same? Okay, there are different living organisms. It means that there are different surroundings, different temperature. That's why there is a different type of living organism over there. Okay, now we have activity number 1. This activity today you will do, dear students. Table number 9.1. Animals, plants and other objects found in different surroundings. You have to write here. In the forest, what do you think? What type of animal you found? You can find in forest. Okay, you can write animals, plants, any other objects. Okay, in the forest you can write. Okay, on mountains, in the desert, in the sea, any other, if you have any idea like that. Okay, now today you will fill this table only. Okay, you can write that in mountains you have seen goat. Okay, in the desert you know about camel, and many other things. You can think on it. You can ask to your friends, your family members. In the sea you can see, you can ask about the sea also. Okay, there are a number of fishes, different type of fishes are there. You cannot say that fish can be in desert or in mountain or in forest. Okay, that is only in the sea, like that. Okay, and different kinds. Okay, you have to fill this today. Okay, dear students, thank you.